Yo, welcome back to another video. And today we have the let me get my mouth. The nonchalant trial of son Jin Woo. Feel what I'm saying? Sensational. Let's get to it.
Finally, after many tries.
Oh yeah, congratulations to Son Jin Woo for winning Best MC. Shout out to Soul Leveling for being Best Anime of the Season. You know what I'm saying? Better than Frieren. Frieren was boring. It sucked. I stamped that. It didn't suck. It was just mid. I like Soul Leveling more because I like punchy fights.
Trials and errors. An entire video corrupting on a man, leading to the worst crash out he's ever had in his life, to Rampage Jacksoning his f***ing door and redoing an entire video from scratch.
Dang.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back after experiencing the worst technical difficulty I've ever experienced. Still don't know how that happened, but oh boy, another day, another trial for one of the most
yeah, y'all, if you never made a video that you just couldn't put out, even though it was one of your best or favorite that you made, yeah, you don't know that pain. That happened to me one time with a video called, when I was reacting to a video called Cost Per Nut in 2025. Bro, I was in my bag that day. It may not have been one of the best videos you've ever seen, but I had fun making that video, and I didn't get to post it. Bro, I was so perturbed.
Anticipated characters ever. People have been asking me to do a video on this motherfucker for ages. Even before the anime came out. They just wanted straight mono panels. But it is none other than the serial ore farming E-rank smurf of doom, Mr. Sung Jin Woo. So prepare yourself to watch this motherfucker watch somebody else get their ass beat when he knows damn well he can one-shot them.
You know what's actually crazy too? He is the main reason why all the gates go crazy. Just him walking into a gate makes it an S rank and an A rank. It just boosts the level up 10 times. It's nasty work. And he just chills out like, I can't help them find out that I'm so much stronger than them. I'll just wait for him to almost black out. Oh, man, the struggles of being me.
Ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Every time he does this shit, I'm adding a charge because what the fuck, bro? So, without further ado, the Jin Woo trials.
Yay. No way we nonchalant today. Round table at
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So before we actually dive into Exhibit A, let's get a little context on Mr. Jin Woo here. So, in the world of solo leveling, Earth turned into an action RPG. These things called gates started opening up in the world, and inside of those gates were your typical dungeons. Now, when this happened, there were humans who awakened abilities, and they were called hunters. Now, these hunters had a ranking system for how strong you were. S rank to E rank. S being the cream of the crop. Highest rank niggas in the game. These are your one above alls, radiants, challengers, and basically.
Yeah, if I was in there, I will be no lower than an A rank. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe an A plus rank. Maybe an S rank. Maybe a national level 100. I say that to say I would cracked. No cap.
Basically any other high-ass rank in any other game. These niggas don't touch grass. In showers, never heard of them. Clear example, look at fine shit right here. She always gotta have a handkerchief because she cannot bear the smell of all these sweaty-ass niggas.
I don't know who it is, but somebody smell like shit.
And then it goes from A rank to B, C, D, and E. And Jin Woo was a fucking E.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
This nigga was trash. He sucked! ass, bun buns. And what
Hey, yo.
worse, he was a DPS. So that's how you know he really was trash. And to make it even more worse, in this world, once you get a rank, you're stuck there. There's no leveling up. You are hard stuck. So this man, Jin Woo, was hard stuck bronze 3. And he was also known as the world's weakest hunter.
Dang, bro. That's unfortunate. Bro, that's y'all for real. Man, y'all were hunters. That would be y'all. Not everybody. Him. Don't move. You right there. That'll be you. I'll be an S. You're an E. Don't move. Don't hide behind him. You. I'm talking to you.
Niggas had a sigh of relief when they saw him at raids because they was like, oh, Jin Woo's here? Shit, this gonna be a walk in the park, my nigga. This nigga even had his little E-dater, his pocket healer. Fine shit #1 because that's what I'm gonna call it because I don't know a fucking name. She out here to heal this nigga 24/7 because he's struggling with a fucking javelin.
My real question is, bro, give him something durable. I get it. You don't. I'm not even sure why they don't just give him something that's durable to use. Over here, just letting him use his paper knife. Wow.
She looking at this every time like, Jin Woo, you gotta stop this shit. I'm having to pocket your scrub ass every fucking raid. And the reason why bro was even doing this in the first place was because his mama was in a coma. This nigga was dealt one of the worst hands at life I've ever seen. Nigga was a trash ass hunter, mama in a coma, and his dad went to go get fucking milk. Backstory so tragic you would think Oda wrote this shit. Now I'm gonna speedrun how everything changed for this man and how he had the greatest glow up I've ever seen. Him and his party found a secret dungeon. They go into a big old room with some big old statues. Little do they know these statues are alive and they start blicking everybody. People getting incinerated to the bone, stepping on bitches, airing your...
No cap, I think I'll make it out there alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll just understand my aura.
Getting split in half and Swiss cheese like Frieza. This was brutal. And Jin Woo decided to sacrifice himself so everybody could escape, leading to him getting jumped by all the statues.
Yeah, better man.
Dying like the most brutal way ever. But luckily for Jin Woo, this was all a test by the mysterious system. And Jin Woo gets a second chance at life as a player. And as a...
Bro, I can't wait for that soul leveling to come back. Because, like, I know a little bit about the manga. And it gets good.
A player, he has the ability to level up. He could finally get out of bronze. He was not destined to be a trash-ass nigga anymore. He turned in to Himothy. Bro started going into secret dungeons, clearing them solo. He didn't need a pocket heal no more. He became competent. He could one-shot bosses whole parties would struggle to beat. The system made him do the exact workout as Saitama. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. And a 10-kilometer run. Only difference is a nigga ain't go home. And he ended up building a Greek god physique in like days. So, now that we got all the context out the way, let's finally dive into Exhibit A. Attack of the Smurf. This...
Our 10-year?
Some bodies. And I'm not talking about no regular dungeon bosses. I'm talking about actual human bodies.
Nah, that was their fault. Like, why you over here trying to end your fellow humans? You feel what I'm saying? Like, these two people try to attack him first. So, for all intents and purposes, this was self-defense.
He was booming niggas. And our first example of this is this bum-ass 6-stack. These scheming ass niggas was trying to set our boy up. You see, you need at least 8 people to raid a gate. So they needed 2 fills. So they got Jin Woo and this trust fund bum ass, I got all this gear for nothing, Nepo baby Jin Ho. Like, don't get me wrong, I with bro, but you can't tell me this nigga ain't the definition of I got all the best fancy new equipment just to steal the ass. Like, this nigga sucks.
That's real. I don't play like RPGs and junk. Well, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, yeah, people think because they got like the newest cars, they're like better. But against a master as myself, You may win sometimes if luck is not on my side, but if luck is on both our sides, I'm coming out on top because I know the method.
He's got some of the best equipment on the market. If this don't screams daddy's money, I don't know what to tell you. Now, when Jin Woo met up with this six stack, he was introduced to Mr. Dong-suk, and he explained to Jin Woo, nice to meet you, man. My name is Wang Dong-suk. All we need you to do is sign this contract, and we'll be on our way. Now, Jin Woo picked up on these guys' game pretty easily. First off, they made him sign an NDA, which is already sketchy as hell. Secondly, they only asked him to carry the bags because he's an E-rank. And last but not least, the biggest thing that threw him off, their team comp consisted of 3 tanks and 3 DPS. Not a single.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, again, I've never played like Marvel Rivals or anything like that. But yeah, you would need a healer on your team. You know what's crazy? The closest I've ever got to that is a Kirby game. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Kirby game where you like choose to be a fighter, a dude with a hammer, a tank, a sword man, a tank, something else, and a healer. Yeah, you need a healer on your team because, you need a heal.
Healer in sight. And bro told him, oh, don't worry, we do all of our raids with no healer.
I beg your pardon?
And this is when Jin Woo knew. 4 C ranks and 2 D ranks. That's equivalent to 4 golds and 2 silvers. And not a single healer in sight. GG no heals, this shit is cooked. So later on, they enter the dungeon, and Jin Woo is just there carrying the bags and letting them do all the work. So they end up making it to the boss's lair, and they hit the jackpot because the whole place is covered in monocrystals. These boys are about to make a fortune. So this is when the scheming 6-stack starts to enact their plan. You see, the boss of this dungeon is asleep, and they needed to be asleep to mine all the crystals, because if the boss dies, the gate closes. So Dong-suk told old boy right here, hey man, where's the gear? And bro says, man, sorry boss, I left it outside. Jin Woo and Jin-ho, you got...
Coincidence? I think not.
I stay here and look after the score, and we're gonna go get the mining equipment, capiche? Huh? So they leave, right? And guess what they do? They blow up the entrance to the boss's lair, leaving them trapped in there. So yeah, this 6-stack is a bunch of con men crooks, because their actual plan was to trap them in there and wake the boss up with the explosion so the boss can then eat them and go to sleep after a good meal. And this would allow them to come in and mine all those crystals. So they literally use these boys as bait. These are some crooked ass niggas. But oh, how little did they know.
Yeah, like... Again, if you're about to charge Jin Woo for, you know what I'm saying, he can't. You have all the evidence. You can see that they let him into a trap and then they tried to attack him. So therefore, self-defense.
That the E-rank that
maybe
they
community
had holding their
service
bags was a smurf of doom. Jin Woo cooked this spider in a minute tops. Like, dog, I hate spiders, but this classifies as animal abuse. Look at what he's doing to the thing. He's butchering that nigga.
Nah, it's a spider. Never counts. Spiders.
Trust fund baby looking at bro like, what the fuck? Who is this demon on my team? He just cooked a boss by himself. Bro was so flabbergasted.
I really want to do it myself.
They said, hey bro, let me carry your shit. You're the boss, right? You need some water, my nigga? I know you're tired. Sure. Yeah, drink it all up, boss. And just off of this moment, this rich motherfucker became his biggest glazer. So then later on, the scheming 6-stack come back. And they were surprised the boss is dead. So they thought Jin-ho killed it because he has all this expensive gear. So bro told him, kill Jin Woo and we'll let you live. But Jin-ho was like, nah, I ain't fighting him. He might fuck around, kill me before he kill me all. So they get ready to jump old boy. And while they're walking towards him, Jin Woo gets the urgent quest. And the system tells this man, kill these niggas. Oh,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I've seen Soul Leveling. He thinks about it longer than I would. I'd be like, all right. Like, he's over contemplating, like, oh my god, they're human too. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, they try to end my life. Like, is there a time limit or can I take my time with it? That's me.
6 of them. Boom these bumps. So this mage ends up blasting Jin Woo and sends bro into the wall. But that attack was straight futile. That shit just tickled the nigga. Bro got up and was like, thank you for that. I had this crook in my back for like a month. But that little massage that you just gave me finally fixed it. So
Walking out doing myself.
So they looking at bro like, what the fuck? This guy delusional? So the ginger right here.
Yeah, bruh.
The Jin Woo was like, let me give you a reality check, man. You're a bum ass E rank, bronze 3. What the fuck are you gonna do to us, huh?
Yeah, you should have dodged.
With no emotion, just decapitates this man. Niggas is shocked. They like, nani? How the hell did an E rank just kill a D rank? And Hwang Dong-suk knew, oh my god, this isn't an E rank. This is a Smurf of Doom. So they all try to jump him, but
Why is calling him a Smurf?
He flash steps
Ooh.
and just shoves a dagger in his neck. Oh boy comes in with the swing, misses, knife to the gut, and he deserves this shit too for rocking that piece of broccoli on his head. You know what made these dudes' deaths even worse? They did not die off of just that one stab. He ended up
Poison.
making them suffer before he finally cut them down.
Nah, that's not what I would do. I'm straight with the off with your head, off with your head, stab your head a little bit. You know what I'm saying in GTA, do a triple handspring to your skull. You know what I'm saying, just quick and easy.
Now next up, look at this bum ass nigga with the gun. Can't aim for shit, and he like, nigga, what the?
Why don't I get a regular strap?
So Jin Woo easily kills his bum ass. And then look at the mage. He tries to hit bro with a fireball. Instant flash step. Takes a move to the booty hole. Pause.
Damn.
Nigga stabbed him in his ass. You could tell by the way he fell. And just off of that, this man that caused 5 bodies, but he wasn't done. Because he still had...
Gotta go 6 for 6.
And he was mad as hell. He was like, you fucking smurf. So you think you're cool, huh? Beating on bum-ass D and C ranks. Well, little do you know, those guys were just holding me back. Because I know damn well I'm a higher rank. So bro tries to attack him, but Woo speed blitzes him and tells him, nah, buddy, you're right where you belong. Just another fucking scrub stuck in EO hell. Face plants this bum. And at this point in time, old boy started rethinking his whole life. He even started begging the bro like, oh, hear me out, bro. Listen, we could be a duo queue of hell. Me, you, we'll be unstoppable.
You are worthless, bitch-ass niggas. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill yourself.
Please hard carry me. I swear to God.
Kill.
This man just wiped the whole team. Dropped off all 6 of them.
I would have done it quicker. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not me though. In GTA.
Sent them back to the lobby. But these were not the only human bodies Woo called oh no. Because the next victim on this man's list was Mr. Tae-shik Kong. And I
Stay fresh like
ain't gonna lie, this is another mother.
I'm not even gonna lie. I did not know any of these people's names until now. I ain't gonna lie, I just forgot like the other guy's name. Jesus.
Could have had it coming. So how this happened? Jin Woo was on a raid with his old crew, with old nigga and fine shit. And during this raid, they had some prisoners with them that were gonna help because it'll shed some time off of their sentencing.
My question is, why are you sending regular people, like regular civilians, with criminals? Why not just send a whole criminal brigade and then just get a couple other secret agents? That's what I would do, because yeah, you're just adding criminals and regular people. Kind of weird.
And the supervisor of these prisoners was Tae-shik Kang. But Mr. Tae-shik was not here to supervise. Oh no, this man was here to fulfill a bounty. You see, this man got an offer from a father whose daughter was assaulted by these 3 prisoners. And the daughter ended up booming herself. Then shortly after that, the mother was hospitalized after the shock.
Jesus.
Pretty terrible shit. So the father paid Tae-shik to kill these dudes. And that's what he did. He boomed them, which is reasonable. They deserved it. How?
You know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure, like, old buddy just did it just for the love of the game. I'm not sure he took the money.
However, what was not deserved is what happened to these 2. Because sadly for them, they were at the wrong place at the wrong time. They saw old boy boom these niggas. So guess what this maniac did? He kills old boy and the old nigga. Then when Jin
Damn.
Woo and everybody else found the bodies, this maniac tried to sneak them until Jin Woo stopped him at the last second. And just look at this crackhead talking like, oh yeah, I love the thrill of the kill. So
Oh yeah, I would watch someone react to this and they called him Megami from JJK. Yeah, bro. They actually do look alike. That's a crazy part.
what should I do first? Should I dive your back line and kill your healer? I mean, you're not gonna protect a poor bitch. And my God, this is Jin Woo's first offense of letting somebody get they ass whooped when he can clearly whoop that nigga's ass.
Yeah.
So Unk told Jin Woo, hold on there, young player. Let the OG handle this one now. Now,
Sure.
Kang was a B rank hunter, and Unk was a C rank hunter. And also, you can't forget, Unk has one arm. And
Damn.
before one of y'all say, well, usually characters with one arm are usually strong. Hey,
Well, actually, Future Gohan got backed up, so that does not count. Sasuke, sure. Shanks, absolutely. Shanks is the GOAT. Anakin Skywalker had one arm. Naruto technically has one arm because you know what I'm saying. His old arm got blown off. Yeah.
guess what? Not everybody is built like Shanks. This is just a regular nigga with one arm. So Woo, why the fuck did you let Unk fight this nigga? Why? So you can read your opponent, so you could download him to beat him later? Like, nigga, you could download his ass while fighting him. But nah, you decided to let Unk get that ass whooped. You got fine shit over here falling to her knees, panicking for her lifeline. Oh my God.
Damn, I thought it quit. Not like now, but like before. Huh.
Nigga popping off blood to keep Virgil.
Yo.
So when OG was about to die, Jin Woo finally decided to save this man. But I don't care. Too little, too late, bro. Hit that nigga with the Jin Woo special.
Nah, you have to watch your opponent and like, bro, if he just walked in there and then just, you know what I'm saying, did it early, he wouldn't have gained as much aura. You know what I'm saying? You have to like maximize your aura farming. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you really do it.
Watching this nigga get his ass beat just so you could pull up cold as shit. King serial aura farmer, bro. Now, Taishi Kong wasn't an idiot like the six tag. This man knew off the rip, E-rank my ass. You're smurfing like a motherfucker. You know you can get reported for this shit, right? Now, this fight for Jin Woo was a mirror match of hell because both of them have the same dual blade dagger build. So at the end of the day, this is an ego off. The person who wins this fight is just better. So these boys start to dance.
I like characters with dual blades 'cause that's cool to see, but I'm more of a, you know what I'm saying, long blade type guy. You know what I'm saying? I just have my big old sword and then just swinging it. Yep.
And everything is just straight equal. Equal speed, equal technique, equal power. Typical things that you're gonna see in a mirror match. But everything changed when Jin Woo got that notification and the system said once again, lock the fucking and boom this nigga or I'm stopping your heart. So this man started hitting the Goku hop, loosening up the bones and muscles to whoop this nigga ass. So Jin Woo blitzes bro at the speed of sound and lands a cut under his left eye. And that nigga Tay shit was stunned. He was like, holy shit. Was this motherfucker just warming up? Indeed, he was. And that cut that he landed poisoned the left side of bro's face because Jin Woo's daggers have that poison debuff. But it was just gonna get worse for bro from here. Jin Woo started blitzing the hell out of bro, started putting him on his toes. But Keishi ends up using his passive ability, making him go invisible. And he ends up slicing Woo in the ankles. I know that had to be painful. If you've ever been hit in the ankle by a razor scooter, up the
Real talk, respect. Bro, game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the wrist part of your leg, like the weak part, bro, anything happens to that, it hurts. Like, I never had my Achilles torn, wherever that is. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Having your legs, having your toes and ankles just be hurting, bro, that's the worst pain possible. Especially if you get cut back there, you can't put a band-aid on it because you have to walk and put on socks and put on shoes. Yeah, it's not good at all.
the pain level by 10, and that's the hit that Jin Woo just took. And that man Taishi was talking shit. He was saying, yeah, it hurt, don't it, fuck nigga? Go on, call out to your healer. Go to your back line and get some heals like the bitch you are.
I don't need it.
Just looked at bro dead in the eyes and told him,
Born again.
like, bro, just look at his face, man. He knew it was over. Bro can heal himself. And he has a spare healer in his back line. It's over. At this point, just vote to surrender, my nigga. Just get it over with. So it was all over. Jin Woo activated that murderous intent. This man emitted so much of his aura. It invaded this man's psyche. And before he knew it, he had a dagger shoved in his heart.
I don't like the skill issue, bro. You're over here getting scared by aura. I understand it if it were me, but like me personally, I'm never gonna get scared of another man's aura. If his aura is immense, I'm gonna be on my tiptoes. I'm gonna know exactly what to do.
And all he saw before the lights went out was this man Woo aura farming over his body. I don't know what's worse, getting fucking teabagged or a motherfucker aura farming over my dead body. But with that being said, Tashika Kong became the 7th victim to be Swiss cheesed by the Smurf of Doom, the Jin Woo trials. Y'all right. Gentlemen, Exhibit B.
Hold on, let me actually see what these charges are. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it happened in the gates. And if we're going by the soul leveling logic, what happened in the gates stays in the gates. So none of this matters. Animal abuse, we can get that removed because it was a spider. It doesn't count. Kill count, self-defense. So doesn't count again. Wait a second, 7. Oh yeah, 7. It was self-defense, so take off half the bodies because it was self-defense. Aura farming, that's not a charge. Can't charge me for aura farming.
Y'all right, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit B. Scrapping with a Souls boss. Now, this man Jin Woo is not new to fighting crazy-ass dungeon bosses. I mean, this is the same dude who fought and killed a Cerberus. This man Hades is 3-headed dog and lived to tell the tale. That is insane. But there was one boss that put so much belt to ass on this nigga. It low-key made him rethink this hunting shit. And it was...
Yeah, this one might give me a run for my money.
Was none other than the 7-foot big-bodied Egress the Blood Ray. Motherfucker looked like he just jumped out of Dark Souls 3. Had this man Jin Woo sweating bullets off the rip. And this was the ultimate test for Jin Woo. Egress looked at bro and said,
Are you a real nigga or are you a phony nigga? I'm real, bitch boy.
So Egress speechless Jin Woo, and just from the first strike, bro destroyed a whole pillar. He was not playing with bro. Then he strikes again, and Jin Woo blocked it. But that strike had so much force, it sends him across the throne room, and 1 second later, he's already on his ass. Didn't even give this man a chance to breathe. And by God, Jin Woo was trying everything. Bro was throwing multiple strikes, but Egress had Ultra Instinct. But Jin Woo was finally able to land a hit, but it did no damage. Bro's armor parried it. Then he came down with his sword again, and this strike was so powerful, it sent him flying again. This man Jin Woo was lost, couldn't do nothing. He been fighting the motherfucker for 2 minutes and not even an inch of health is gone. So Jin Woo's blade could basically...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was copying what Jin Woo was doing, and I could have won. I saw every single opening that Egress left.
do nothing. These stats were not doing it. Bro was insanely underleveled. So Jin Woo decided, man, if the dagger ain't gonna do nothing, I might as well just throw hands. And Egress, being a gentleman, decided,
Oh, we throwing hands, so I like you, little nigga. All right, let's throw hands then.
bro was already winning the fight, but decided to come down to his level and throw hands with him. This man is a demon. And Egress wasted no time. Bro stood there in Orphan for 2 seconds. Then boom, with the snap of a finger, plants this man in the ground. Punch was so fast, it was unreactable. And it didn't stop here. Bro picked him up and ragdolled him across the room. Then hawked him down to hit.
Nah, me personally, bro, right there. I should, like, even if he was too fast, by the time I saw him move, I would have ate that. And then I'm back. You know what I'm saying? The same thing what I would do to a dog or a bear if I were fighting a bear. I'm just waiting. You feel me?
This boy with the this man was like poking the wall. And I tell you, boy, Jin Woo was trying his hardest, but he could not land a single hit. Egress had perfect defense. But while Jin Woo was getting ragdolled, he ended up finding an opening. And he ended up bicycle kicking this nigga in the neck. And he finally took some health off. But this kick enraged Egress. Bro said fuck it and skipped to his second phase. He started dribbling and dribbling this man like a basketball.
It's like, you know how hard you have to hit somebody to keep them up in the air like a volleyball? Just Jesus.
Look at this in slow motion. Uppercut to the gut, then to the back, while making him flip mid-punch. Then another two-piece combo. Then he hits the Dragon Ball double hammer fist slam. Then sends him flying with the haymaker. And dog, at this point, it just looked like Eagles was playing with a new toy he got for Christmas. Bro was hitting him with the Broly drag, then threw him across the room again. And look how he just conveniently landed on the throne. Then this man Egress walked up to him like,
Come on, bitch ass nigga.
Gotta walk him
Bet you
down.
worthy of this throne, or sit here and die like a bitch.
so Egress uses the force to call his greatsword and swings at Jin Woo. But Jin Woo enhanced his body to catch the sword, then summons his dagger and stabs him in the eye, finally doing some damage to this man. And this is when Jin Woo just awoke that dog in him. He ended up pushing bro all the way into the wall, summoned his dagger again, then shoved it in this man's throat and said, nah, I'm not done yet. He starts shoving that motherfucker in there deep. Pause. But look at this. Bro started tweaking so hard the animation changed. Then he shoved it in his throat again. Pause. But dog, this insane lock-in moment by Jin Woo gave him the upper hand in slaying a Souls boss. Not gonna lie, insane work. Nigga beat a Souls boss IRL and on the first try too. Well, I mean, to be fair, if this is IRL, you only do get one try, but bro proved that he was Himothy just for 5 minutes later to get jumped by 1,000 other dead homies. Not gonna lie, that's some nasty work. Y'all ain't even let the nigga heal. The Jin Woo trials. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of just trial 1, this
Again, Cerberus was attacking him. Again, it was a fair match. It was honorable ones, or whatever the legal term is. So we can take those charges off.
man got 7 bodies, 1 count of animal abuse, 1 count of watching somebody getting their ass beat when you should be helping them, killing a Cerberus, and defeating a Souls boss. Not gonna lie, them some impressive stats for just 1 trial. And we still got Exhibit C, D, and E to go in trial 2. So,
Well, that is the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. And all I have to say is, Jin Woo better.